Hi, and welcome to my quick guide of the quest Monkey Madness 1. The quest requirements are Tree No Village and the Grand Tree, and there are no stat requirements, but having 20 or higher hit points and 43 prayer will be very helpful. Now, if your hit points level would be below level 20, then I would suggest you to watch Randy's video, link will be in the description. For the required items are an amount of golden bars and balls of wool equal to the amount of monkey's beak amulets you would wish to make. For the recommended items are between 4, 5 or 6 stamina potions, depending on how much weight reducing clothing you've brought along. And because there are a lot of poisonous monsters on Ape Atoll, bring along anti-poison potions or antidotes. 2 potions should be enough, as well as some high healing food. Not only for the boss fight, which maxes a 32, but also on Ape Atoll there are a lot of monsters and traps which can deal damage up to 20 each. For the boss fight, you will need to bring along some armor and weapon to kill the Comet 195 demon, which uses magic and melee. Now, if you are a low level, then I would suggest you to bring along a ranged or magic method, so you can deal damage to the demon without having to pay attention to its melee attack. Then lastly, if you have protection prayers, then about 4 prayer potions should be more than enough. For the teleports, 5 to the Grand Tree, I will be using the gnome glider in Dual Arena, and then also 5 teleports to any bank. I will be using 5 teleports to Clan Wars, so I will be able to use the FFA portal to restore my stats. And then finally also 1 teleportation method to Ardougne. Now, before we start this quest, we don't need all of this stuff. The only thing that we will need are our weight reducing clothing, 1 stamina potion, 1 antidote, and then some food. For the teleports, 1 teleportation method back to the Grand Tree, and then also 1 to any bank. I will be using my Ring of Dueling. And that should be it for chapter 1. So let's start this quest by going to King Nornode, which is the exact same NPC where you've started the Grand Tree quest. Let's talk to the king and select option 1. After the conversation is over, you will see chapter 1. Next, let's go to the top floor of the Grand Tree, to the glider. We will now need to take it to Karamja. This is called Gandius. From here, let's go a bit northwest, and if you do not have any monkey bones in your bank, then kill a monkey around the fence. And pick up the bones. Fuck. Goddamn Tybo One-Eye Trio. Alright, after you've gotten your monkey bones, let's run north, follow the coastline. Keep running north, following the fence, and try to open the gate to enter the shipyard, just like in the Grand Tree quest. Once you're inside, let's go southeast and enter the first building that you see. There you should find GLO Karnak. Let's talk to him. After you've spoken to him, we will need to return to the Grand Tree. I will be using a dual ring charge to Dual Arena and take the glider just next to the gem stall. Once we are back at the Grand Tree, let's return to the king and give him a report. After we've spoken to the king, let's go back to the second floor. After the king has given you some orders, let's return to the second floor and then go east-southeast to the bar sign, and around the southeastern corner you should find Diero. Let's talk to him. Right, now we'll need to select option 1, 4, 2, then back 4, 3, 4, and then 4 to leave, and then number 1. And he will take you to the hangar. Once in the hangar, let's talk to Diero once again. Next, let's run south. If you would want to leave this hangar and go back to the Grand Tree, you could always teleport the teleportation device to get immediately back there. So let's go a bit back north, and southwest of the two gnomes you should find a reinstallation panel. Once you operate it, you will see a sliding puzzle. This is identical to the ones from the hard clue scrolls. Now there are 3 options that you could do. First option is the easiest one, just simply use the RuneLite client. Option 2 would be to return to the Grand Tree and pay Glow 200,000 GP, and he will fix this puzzle for you. And if you can't do option 1 or 2, then there's always option 3 to do it yourself. To do this, there are basically just 5 steps. First, begin by arranging from left to right on the top section, the top row, until it matches the solution which is currently on the screen. Step number 2. Repeat step number 1, but then just for the yellow section, the row just below it. Step number 3. Repeat the process one more time, but then for the green section, which is the 3rd row. Step number 4. Correctly arrange the 4 tiles located in the 4th blue section. And then lastly, step number 5. Arrange the 6 tiles in the 6th purple section. And when all the tiles match the solution exactly, the interface will close automatically. Oh, there we go. That was pretty fast. After you've correctly done the sliding puzzle, you will see a cutscene. Next, we will need to return to Diero. Let's talk to him one more time. And afterwards, we will need to speak with Wadar just a bit north. Let's talk to him and select option 1 to get ourselves to Crash Island. Next, a little bit south, you should find Lumdo. Talk to him. After we've spoken to him, we will need to speak with Wadar twice, but watch out, if Wadar is walking too far east, he is walking in the attack range of a small poisonous scorpion, which can max hit a 17. You could either wait for Wadar to walk back west, or you could just watch out for the skeleton and try to avoid it, and just until the coast is clear. Talk to him twice. What? RuneLite. And the second time you will need to select option 4. And then Wadar will talk to Lumdo by himself, and this will trigger a cutscene, which will be the end of chapter 1. By the way, this was the easiest chapter out of 4. Welcome to Ape Atoll and chapter 2. So first, let's run a bit southwest until we hit the coastline. Once we have hit it, follow the coastline westward until we see our second rare tree sign. Once you've seen your second rare tree sign, run towards it, and this should be a mahogany tree, and from there run north. Keep running north until you see a third rare tree sign. Once you're next to this mahogany tree, use Protect from Missiles and run slowly north until you see some yellow dots. Just wait, don't go too far north and just patiently wait until you're put in prison. Turn off your protect from missiles and drink an antidote maybe. And just talk to the gnomes. Once you're here in prison, for rule number 1, do not stand next to the northern cell wall. If you do, the patrolling guard will just hit you back and it will deal damage to you up until 20. So once you know that, what we will need to do now is watch the guard's pattern. They will patrol twice before switching shifts. Now when the patrolling guard is walking north, quickly picklock the jail door until you succeed. If you think you will not make it before the patrolling guard is going back south, just quit and try again when he's going north. If you've succeeded, go around the corner, stand around the corner, and wait until the patrolling guard is switching shifts. When the patrolling guard is walking westward, to switch shifts, quickly run north to exit the jail. Once you are north of the jail, keep running east until you see a big temple. Here, use protect from missiles and run south. We will now need to run anti-clockwise around this big temple. Once you are between the two buildings, we will need to stand on the eastern side of the southern, smaller building. Turn off protect from missiles and here you should find Garkor. Talk to him and skip through the dialogue. Once the conversation is over, let's return back north of the building, turn on protect from missiles and then run west. Keep running west until you see another building. We will need to be south of the second building, the U-shaped building. Enter it by going through the southern door. And here there are two types of tiles. Do not stand on the light ones, only stay at the dark ones. If you stand on the light ones, you will be put back in jail. So let's quietly run to the eastern side of this area. And here on the light tiles, you should find two stacked crates. Stand east of it, search it to find some monkey dentures. Maybe kill the spider because he's very annoying. And quickly find some monkey dentures. And select option 1. I'm gonna make 2, so I'm quickly grabbing 2 dentures. Goddamn spider. Once you have your monkey dentures, let's go to the south of the southeastern crate. So the annoying spider is blocked north. Search the crate. Be sure that you have at least 10 hit points. Say yes, I'm sure, and you will fall down into a cave. And I just got hit for an 11, so be sure to have high hit points before you jump down. Next, in this cave, run to the northwestern corner. In the northwestern corner, just south of the stalagmite, search that crate to find a monkey speak amulet mold. If I were to die and lose this stuff for safety reasons, I'm gonna grab one more. Next, let's teleport to any bank. I'll be using the one at Clan Wars, and before going to the bank, I'm quickly going to restore my stats. So here at any bank, first what we may deposit is our gnome seal as well as the monkey bones. We don't need those anymore. Also our second monkey speak amulet mold, we only need one anyway. So what we will need to grab are our golden bar and a ball of wool. Also be sure to have an antidote and about 2 stamina potion doses. Now also we'll need to bring along a prayer potion if you have 43 prayer, and if you do not, you will need to bring along a lot of food. But if you do have 43 prayer, you will also need to bring along a lot of food, because there are also a lot of traps in the next dungeon where we will be going to. So once you think you are ready to go through the Ape Atoll dungeon, let's return. So once you think you are ready to go through the Ape Atoll dungeon for the first time in this quest, let's teleport back to Daero in the Grand Tree. Let's travel. Let's right click on Daero, travel, and do the same thing with Vadar in the hangar and Lumdo on Crash Island. Once you have returned to Ape Atoll, let's go back southwest and follow the coastline until you see a dungeon sign, which should be just a bit west from the first rare tree sign. Run towards that dungeon sign and climb down the bamboo ladder. Next, use your minimap and run north. Keep running north, and every time you see a yellow dot, use protect from melee. Also, at around the last 25% of this dungeon, there will be 2 traps which will trigger if you do not use a regular plank on it. But what you need to do is simply stand next to it, turn on your run energy, and then just run past it. And that is basically how you negate that damage without having the need to use a regular plank. Besides from that, just keep running and ignore everything. By the way, once you are running north, there is another trap where you usually need to use a plank on. If you just have your run energy on, stand next to it just south, go north, and this will not trigger the trap. This will negate a little bit of damage, and that negated just 8 damage. Was that another one? Ah, fuck. There were 2. Once you've made it to the end of the Ape Atoll dungeon, let's talk to Zunak, and let's skip through this very long conversation. Once the conversation is over and you got 2 options, this basically means that the conversation is over. Just exit and use your gold bar on Zunok. Be sure to click to continue. Then use your monkey dentures on him. And then lastly also the monkey's beak amulet mold. Then just wait 5 seconds. And he should give you an enchanted bar as well as the monkey's beak amulet mold back. Now if you've brought 2 bars and dentures, first drop the enchanted bar. Talk to him one more time that you've lost the enchanted bar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then just give the 3 materials to him one more time. The dentures, the golden bar, and the amulet mold. And he will give a second enchanted bar. Pick up the one that you've dropped, and let's now teleport back to any bank. I will be using Clan Wars to prepare for the next part of this quest. So, once we have returned to a bank, what we will now need to grab, so be sure that you grab your balls of wool, enchanted bars, monkey's beak amulet mold, antidote, and 1 extra stamina potion never hurts, and some food, and that should be about it, I guess. So, let's return to Ape Atoll by traveling with Daero, Vadar, and Lumdo. Once you've returned to Ape Atoll, let's go back southwest, follow the eastern coastline until you once again see the second rare tree sign. And now we will need to be put once again in prison. So at the first mahogany tree, let's run north until you see the second one. North of the second one, use protect from missiles. Just walk a bit north until you see some yellow dots, but not too many, else you could die very easily. Put me back in prison. Hello? Wow. What went wrong? Alright, once you're put back in prison, so once again, do not stand next to the northern wall, that is rule number 1. When a guard is walking north, picklock the jail door, and if he's walking west, then quickly also run north to exit the jail. If he's walking back south, then stand around the corner. Alright, once you've made it north of the prison, once again let's return to the temple, use protect from missiles, and this time enter the temple, and then use protect from melee. Next, run south, and there you should find a ladder. Climb up that ladder, and then run east. East, there should find another ladder sign. Once you've made it here, this should be your safe spot besides then this annoying spider. Next what we will need to do is climb down the ladder, and next to you there you will find a trapdoor. But when you open it and go down, there will be a 4-tick stall, and during which you cannot do anything. So no prayers, no healing, no nothing, while you're getting attacked in multi-combat zone by zombie monkeys. So be sure to heal up until your full health, or simply use protect from melee. Right, open and go down a trapdoor. 4 tick stall. Quickly run north and there you should find an everlasting fire. Or a wall of flame. Use your enchanted bar on the wall of flame. If you've brought 2, then just use 2 of them. And then quickly run back upstairs. Back to the 2nd floor. Once you've made it back to the 2nd floor, let's return back to the southern ladder. Climb down, and let's exit the monkey temple. Then use protect from missiles and run north. When you're north of the buildings, switch once again to protect from melee, as there are some poisonous scorpions. And north of the prison, let's continue running west until you see a grey building on your minimap. Enter it and go stand in the northwestern corner. Here you'll be in a corridor going to a banana garden. In this corridor, first let's make a monkey speak amulet by using a ball of wool on the amulet and then equip it. This will allow us to be able to talk to monkeys. So at the end of the corridor you'll find a banana garden. There inside there will always be a monkey child. Also, there is sometimes a monkey aunt inside of the garden. Look on a minimap that is currently on the screen, and when the monkey aunt is moving towards the green dots, that means that you are safe to talk to the monkey child inside of the garden in your human form. While the aunt is not in the garden, first let's pick 5 bananas from the banana tree and then talk to the monkey child 4 times. On the 2nd time you'll need to select option 4, and on the 3rd time you need to select option 2. After you've spoken to the child 4 times, you will need to wait for the aunt to have passed the monkey child 1 more time, so it has given it its new toy, which you will need to progress in your quest. Once the aunt has left the garden 1 more time, let's talk to the monkey child and let's retrieve and let's get that toy, which is a monkey talisman. Alright, let's teleport back to any bank to prepare for the next part. We will now need to go back through the Ape Atoll dungeon 1 more time, but this time to make a monkey greegree. So let's go to the bank, and what we may deposit are our 2nd if you have made 2 or more monkey speak amulets, as well as the monkey amulet mold. And what we will need to bring are definitely our monkey talisman, our monkey bones, as well as an equipped monkey speak amulet, 2 stamina potions, 1 antidote, 1 prayer potion, and then a bunch of food since we're going back through that annoying dungeon. So once you think you are ready, let's return back to Zunok at the end of the Ape Atoll dungeon. So first we'll need to go back to Ape Atoll. Once you've made it back to Ape Atoll, same thing as last time. Let's go a bit west from the first rare tree sign. Climb down the bamboo ladder. Use protect for melee every time you see a yellow dot. And let's run to the end of this dungeon. Also, at around the last 25% of this dungeon, there will be 2 traps, which will trigger if you do not use a regular plank on it. But what you need to do is simply stand next to it, turn on your run energy, and then just run past it. And that is basically how you negate that damage without having the need to use a regular plank. Besides from that, just keep running and ignore everything. Once you've made it back to Zunak, let's use the monkey talisman on him. The one with wrecked cape. And then right click and use the bones, monkey bones, on Zunak. And he will make you a monkey greegree. Very happy, and this will also trigger a cutscene, and this will mark the end of chapter 2 out of 4. Alright, chapter 3. Once you have your monkey greegree, let's be sure to have at least one inventory for the monkey greegree itself, and let's teleport to any bank to prepare for chapter 3. So, at any bank, what we will now need to grab are our monkey greegree, our monkey speak amulet, 2 stamina potions, and 1 Ardougne teleport. And that should be it. You also don't really need that much food anymore. That is it. Let's teleport to Ardougne, and let's go to the Ardougne Zoo. The Ardougne Zoo is located between the East Ardougne Market and the East Ardougne Castle. Just south of the northern entrance, let's equip our monkey greegree and try to find a monkey minder, talk to it, and it should put us in the cage. Once we are in the cage, we will need to right click on several monkeys until we find one with a talk option. Talk to any monkey, skip through the dialogue until it is in your inventory. Next, unequip your monkey greegree, and let's talk to the monkey minder. And he will take you out. Next, we will need to return to Ape Atoll, but we may not use any kinds of transportation. If you use any kind of transportation, which includes tree spirits, the monkey will disappear from your inventory. So simply run all the way to the Grand Tree to return to Daero. Alright, let's return to Ape Atoll by traveling with Daero, Wader, and Lumno. Next, once you've returned to Ape Atoll, equip your monkey greegree and just simply run northwest. Simply run to the gate where all the monkey archers are located. Since you are currently holding a monkey greegree, none of the monsters here on Ape Atoll are aggressive to you, which makes this part a lot faster as well as easier. So once you've made it to the big gate between the two hills filled with monkey archers, click to continue and then run east. We will now need to return to Garkor, just located east of the building where the king is located, which is located just south of the very big monkey temple. Alright, once you've made it to Garkor, let's talk to him. Next, let's go south and there you should find an elder guard. Talk to him. And you need permission to talk to the king. So, let's now go south and then west because the elder guards have a very weird... Well, he won't let you pass easily. Well, just keep running west until you hit the western coast. Chapter 3 has a lot of running. Well, chapter 2 as well, but yeah, this one has like very boring running. You don't even get attacked or anything, which is fine. It's just, yeah, just clicking. Alright, once you hit the western coast, go south until you're able to get on the hill with all the monkey archers. Just keep following the hill until you see a bamboo ladder. Climb up. Then go across the bridge to the other side. Climb down that bamboo ladder. And there you should find a big monkey archer called Kruk. Talk to him and he will take you to a Wawagi. Once you're in the throne room, let's talk to a Wawagi on the throne. And he will ask you to rescue a monkey in Ardougne. But since you already has rescued it, just talk to him one more time. And this is basically chapter 3 completed. Just talk to the Elder Guard just south to exit the throne room. And let's talk to Garkor to report, even though the building is like filled with holes. How does he not hear everything? This will trigger a cutscene as well as the end of chapter 3. After the cutscene is over, let's talk to Garkor one more time after you've closed the chapter 4 and the final chapter of this quest. And he should give you a sigil. Once you have this sigil, let's teleport or skip through this conversation and let's teleport to the bank one more time. And what we'll now need to do is prepare for the final boss fight. Quickly going through the portal one more time. So at the bank you don't really need anything anymore besides the 10th squad sigil. So let's deposit everything. What we'll now need to have are about 2 prayer potions, as well as the best ranged or magic combat gear as well as weapon. Or if you have protect from melee and you are pretty confident about your melee stats, you could also use a stab or crush weapon. And then also 1 teleportation method back to the Grand Tree. And once again I will be using a Ring of Dueling. So since I have 37 prayer, this boss fight should be very easy, but for safety I will be bringing along a couple of food. So I've brought my food, my magic gear, my magic spell, a lot of food, teleportation method to the Grand Tree, that should be it. Let's now just grab the 10th sigil, which I forgot apparently. Let's equip it. Select option 1, yes, and this will take you to the boss room. Be sure to use protect from magic as soon as possible, as the boss's max hit will be 32. If you do not have access to protect from magic, then just quickly run onto the ledges just south across the abyss, the dark space on your minimap. Once you're on the ledge, just go to the southwestern corner and let the gnomes do about 80 to 90% of all the damage. Since I do have level 37 prayer, I'm going back north and I'm going to attack it with my mighty wind blast. So protect from magic is very important. It maxes 32s. Stay away from its melee. Holy shit. And I'm going to attack your demon. Wind spells are shit, right? Shit, I knew it. Rune HQ wasn't lying. No, I can hit. Nice. Holy shit. Hit something. Right, this takes forever. Oh my god. Gnomes, do something. Come on. As the demon has very low HP right now, I'm gonna lure it to the north, away from the gnomes, as you will need to deal the final damage. If you don't, then the demon will regenerate some health. Oh, did I deal the final damage? Yes. Yes. Alright, once the demon has been defeated, let's not talk to any of the gnomes and just teleport ourselves back to King Narnode to complete our quest. Once you have returned to King Narnode, congratulations, you've completed Monkey Madness 1 quest. You are awarded with 3 quest points, 10,000 GP, 3 cut diamonds, and ability to equip dragon scimitars if you have at least 60 attack. Also, you now have the ability to return to Daero and talk to him to claim 35,000 attack and defense experience, as well as 20,000 strength and hit point experience, or vice versa. So you simply need to talk to him and select where you want to have your 35k XP on. I want attack and defense, and 20k XP will go in the other 2 melee stats. Nice amount of XP. Also, if you still have your Monkey Speak amulet as well as the Monkey Greegree, here on Ape Atoll you now have access to the scimitar shop, which gives you access to be able to buy dragon scimitars for 100k GP. As well, just south here in this alleyway there's a magic shop which allows you access to buy cheap law runes as well as monkey talismans, which are needed for Recipe for Disaster. Now, just a bit north, just next to the bank, you should find Solihip, which is a food store which sells monkey nuts as well as monkey bars, and those are 2 out of 3 payments to let a gang member watch your planted spirit tree. And aside from that, you now also have access to the Ape Atoll agility course, but this will require you to use a ninja greegree. To do this, I suggest you to watch my other guide, which is a prerequisite for Recipe for Disaster Awabagi, to get the 3 other monkey greegrees: ninja, gorilla, and zombie. So basically you have unlocked everything on Ape Atoll besides 2 things. The Monkey Madness 2 tunnel, which requires Monkey Madness 2 obviously, as well as the bank that also requires Monkey Madness 2, and also the Merim teleport, which requires Recipe for Disaster Awawagi. And by completing Monkey Madness 1, you've now also completed a quest requirement for set quests. Alright, this was my quick guide how to complete Monkey Madness 1. There went a lot of things wrong here. Hopefully this still helped. Subscribe, rate, and comment. Okay, thanks, bye.